Hello, Internet, and welcome to A Sketch With Me Saturday. Remember last time that I said that I would work on the name because Chat With Me Friday or Art Chat Friday wasn't working, so I decided to switch it over to Saturday. It shall now be called Sketch With Me Saturday. It just sounds so much better. So this time, this is going to be a very short, sweet, and simple video. I'm currently recording at 12:30 a.m. in a hot, muggy car and just screaming into the void. So this is going to be short, sweet, simple, straight to the point. I'm going to go to bed on a reasonable time, or more reasonable than 2 a.m. So yeah, you're going to hear quite a bit of mistakes and maybe some rambling, going down a rabbit hole. Anyways, enough about that. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, I'm sketching. Basically, I have this project that I wanted to do. I've been watching these animated YouTubers, and their animations always look so cute and so engaging. I kind of wanted to make my own little sprite. Not like a fairy sprite, but like, have you seen those animations where it's not actually an animation because this character isn't moving? In fact, it's just a couple of, kind of like puppet-like gestures, but it still gets the point across. That's a sprite. So yeah, I kind of wanted to have one of those because I don't know, I wanted what the other kid had. Okay, keep it up with the Joneses, So yeah. So to kick off this project, I decided to make a stylized self-portrait of myself because I can't draw realism. I just can't do it. So yeah, I found this particularly hard. Typically, whenever I try to draw a self-portrait, people either tell me that it doesn't look like me, or even if I look at it, it doesn't, I don't know, feel like I look like that, if that makes any sense. But yeah. I always feel like I'm a very easy person to draw. Like that one insult that has been going around the internet for a little bit, well, you look easy to draw. That is literally me. I have a side part and a round face. Very, very easy to draw. So, I realized that I forgot to tell you guys what kind of a pen I'm using for my artwork. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what kind of pen this is. I know it's a ballpoint pen. It's a type of ballpoint pen. But it doesn't necessarily have a brand. I got it from my work. My work has a wellness committee, and to boost morale at work, they gave us these little encouraging potato pens that says "You can do it." So, appreciation to the potato pen. So, after I stopped, or not stopped, after I finished up the self-portrait, I decided to go ahead and work on the cartoon character. Typically, these cartoon characters are very expressive. There's like some who don't even have certain features, such as a mouth or even hair, honestly. These could be the most blandest looking characters, and yet they're still so highly, expressive. So yeah, I kind of wanted that, but I wanted a more, not flamboyant isn't the word. Maybe like a character with a bit more style to it. Not that there's not a style to the other animators. I don't know how to explain this. Like maybe more features is probably the best word. More features, more effects to it, maybe. So yeah, I kind of wanted that. One of these people, I don't necessarily watch a lot of her videos, but I do quite like her, actually, I won't even say her name because it sounds really mean. I don't necessarily watch her videos because sometimes they go on the raunchier side, but I really liked her art style. The problem is I didn't realize that they were raunchier because I thought, I don't know, just the jokes went over my head. And it wasn't until that I was an adult that I caught these jokes. So I'm not gonna recommend her. But her art style was so cute because, I don't know, she was just so talented. And I really liked the looks of it. And I kind of want to emulate that in this character. Another person that's actually really good, and I will actually say her name because I do like her videos, is Emma Richu. I actually really like the way that she draws her characters. So anyways, I think a lot of what makes their characters so appealing is just how soft it looks. And even the proportions of the character. The characters look very cutesy, especially the first YouTuber that I mentioned. Her characters almost had like a toddler-like proportions. Kind of like how Moana had like 5-year-old proportions. Like, it didn't look like a toddler, but once you actually start to look at it and like take in the proportions, like the large head, the small bodies, the chubby arms, you realize that it's the proportions of a 5-year-old. By the way, I meant to say 2-year-old. My brain's on a fry, okay? I chugged down a V8 energy. Before doing this. Because, yeah, I needed the energy. Although that energy, I'm wondering that energy was a placebo effect. So as you can see with this particular sketch, I made myself with the proportions that I mentioned. These are very sloppily, sketched because these are just supposed to be concepts. So yeah, I drew myself with like this dress on. It's based off of a real dress that I have, off of my green dress. And I made my hair very round because my ends have a tendency to frizz out. And I also drew myself with over-exaggerated side bangs. Another thing that I really wanted to exaggerate was, I love to draw hair, so that was like one of the things I really wanted to exaggerate. But I also wanted to really exaggerate the glasses that I wear. And you will see that throughout this whole entire video. I tried to make myself wearing these large, chunky, and when I mean chunky, I mean chunky glasses. I also didn't give myself a nose. I noticed that it was a lot easier to redraw the same character over and over again if I didn't exactly give her nose. I feel like the nose is such a distinct part of the body or of the face that if you get it wrong once, you can tell that it's not that person, or you can tell that there's a mistake in the face. So yeah, I kind of, she doesn't need to smell. I'm already, as you can tell, I'm already kind of clogged up in the first place. So no nose for the for this character. So, for this character's outfit, I decided to base it off of the outfit that I was actually wearing that day, which was a pair of baggy pajama pants with a very baggy shirt, with the collar kind of cut off. Because I just hate things next to my neck, so it was literally very much like my shirt. I decided to draw her in kind of like the sitting position. I thought it would be kind of interesting to look at. I can actually see multiple areas where I went wrong in the sitting position. Because one, I was trying to do this quickly. Two, I don't know, I just wasn't prepared. I didn't have a reference in front of me. I didn't have really anything to go off of. So, yeah. I just did that. One of the major things that I wanted to do with this design and to kind of experiment with is the volume of the hair. From the self-portrait, you wouldn't guess it, but that is how my hair looks when it's freshly brushed. But as the day goes on, it has a tendency to frizz and, I don't know, crinkle up. Not in like a cute, oh, you got curls and waves. No, it's more like hay bale, okay? Burnt up hay straw. Yeah. It's not a happy. It's not a happy look. So yeah. After that, I was fairly finished. I was already kind of done with that character. I didn't necessarily like her in the first place. But a plus side to this character, it also gave me an idea of like which direction I wanted to go to. Because I did want to keep that really puffy hair. Kind of like that same hair that you would see in like the 90s shows where there would be like a lot of floof and curls. Once again, I don't actually have floofy nor curly hair. I just have puffy hair. So with this sketch, I decided to wrap it up with another little portrait. I didn't really feel like making another, full body sketch. I had other stuff that I wanted to do that day, so I didn't necessarily want to keep myself, seated in that chair just to work on my sketchbook all day. So I was coming to an end at this point. With this one, I just kind of like kept the same concept as the first face, but with her actually smiling. I don't know, I find this upper lip really cute, even though I don't necessarily have a large upper lip. Although I do get a large upper lip when I have an allergic reaction. That's when I have a large upper lip. But yeah, I kind of kept that very simple face shape, the one where all you had to do was like make 2 straight lines and make a full round curve. Just kind of like really puff out the cheeks to make it, super soft, super cutesy. And then make, a little bust pose. I liked the look of the hair with the style of the dress. I feel like the other style looked a bit too much like something else. I don't know who, but it was probably like a different cartoon character that I'm trying to think of. It's somewhere deep down in the crevices of my brain. So yeah, I decided to keep the idea of the big floofy hair and that green dress. Now, granted, none of these are the final designs. These are all just little concepts, and none of them quite made the mark. They're cute enough, but none of them quite, screamed yes. But it did kind of give me an idea of where to go. So even though I didn't choose which one to do, this was a fruitful, experience. But there will be a part 2 of this because I couldn't finish it all in one sitting. So yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm gonna go to bed, and farewell.